Here's your Farm and Ranch Report from the Montana Ag Network.
And welcome back to the noon news. Taking a look at our farm and ranch news today. President Trump's proposed budget has come under fire by many agriculture groups. But this week, as members of the Montana Wool Growers Association are in Washington, D.C. for the American Sheep Industry Association's spring trip, they welcomed some good news that came from that budget proposal.
During our meetings with USDA, they told us that President Trump has taken the sheep experiment station in Du Bois off the closure list, which is huge for us because it had been recommended for closure for 5 or 6 years now, and the Trump administration took it off the closure list, which means that we can start working with our members of our delegation to make sure that that station is fully funded, and the station itself can now go out and fill the 2 scientist positions that it has been unable to fill because it was on the closure list. This is a really big deal for our industry and will help move that sheep station forward.
Sheep producers were also updated on immigration reform.
Some disappointing news that we heard today from our delegation is that everybody in Congress recognizes the importance of these H-2A workers to domestic sheep production, recognizes this is a program that's worked for more than 50 years, but because immigration is so contentious right now in Congress, our little piece will not move, we're being told, without a comprehensive immigration reform bill. And President Trump and the National Democrats tried to work out a deal on immigration in the fall, and that fell through. So we're hearing that nothing's going to move in terms of H-2A temporary workers or immigration for a while, probably.
Other top issues for ASI include the ELD and hours of service regulations, fake meat, and the promotion, of course, of lamb and wool. A new USDA Agricultural Research Service study finds greenhouse gas emissions from U.S. beef production and inputs are not significant contributors to climate change, according to a report in AgriPulse. The study, which began in 2013, measured the use of fuel, feed, forage, electricity, water, fertilizer, and other inputs to raise beef cattle from birth to slaughter in 7 major cattle-producing regions over 5 years. For more on this study, just visit USDA ARS online. We'll be back right after this. Coming back this afternoon, we see U.S. red meat production continues to increase. Commercial red meat production for the U.S. totaled 4.7 billion pounds, up 2% from last year at that time. Beef production came in at 2.3 billion pounds, 1% above last year's level, while cattle slaughter totaled 2.83 million head, up 3% from January 2018, but the average live weight was down 13 pounds to 1,363 pounds. And finally today, the National Horse and Burro Rangeland Management Coalition and others continue to urge the Trump administration and Congress to manage wild horses on public lands. As of March 1st, 2018, the wild horse and burro population on public lands was estimated at 82,000 animals, which is more than triple the number of animals the land can support in conjunction with other legally mandated land uses. Now, to learn more about the National Horse and Burro Rangeland Management Coalition and their efforts and the efforts of the BLM, just visit wildhorserange.org or the BLM.gov today. That will do it for this afternoon. We'll send it back over to the news desk.